Alright guys, grow the farm up. Today we are here looking at a field of Xtend Flex seed soybeans. Turn this around real quick. And as you can see, as we discussed in the last video, see the leaves are just bred to be bigger and almost have like a waxy look to them. You know, it's a very different bred soybean, much taller. Got the PENETROMETor out here because I want to show you guys what we're finding here. Let's take a look down in here. You know, it's beginning to flower. As we discussed, a lot more plant mass than the enlist bean, but you know, I can't tell you which bean is better or worse. I know where I'm drilling soybeans. My enlist beans are beating the Xtend Flex by like 5, 7, 8 bushels pretty regularly. In 30-inch rows, it seems like the yield's within a bushel or two, regardless of which you pick, enlist or Xtend Flex. But this is a good looking field. Now let's see if we can do this. Wish I had somebody to hold this camera here, but this is really remarkable. You're kind of supposed to do this with both hands, but let's see how this works with one hand. Okay, we're starting on top, and here we go. We're pushing down, we're 6 inches deep, we're 8 inches deep, we're 10 inches deep, we're a foot deep. Okay, you can see we're just starting. Oh, come here. Get that out of the way. Okay, so you can see how far in we are now. We're maybe okay, we're a good 1.5 feet deep right now, kind of up against a little bit of a hard pan, but not much. And now we're moving again. Now we're another 6 inches, another 4 or 5 inches, and look at that, we are all the way in, and we never even touched yellow. Look at that, all the way in. You know, let's come over here and do it again. Let's see if I can hold this here. Let me try something. Here. Nope, that ain't gonna work. Well, let's just try doing it with the other hand. See how, okay, you're kind of supposed to do this with both hands. There, maybe, you know, I wonder if you set it on there, if that would work. No, not really. Not really. Okay, well, here, let's just do it with the left hand. You know, we're farmers, we work with what we got, right? Okay, here we go, starting from scratch. We are on the surface. As you can see, that's about 100. Let's clean that up a little bit so you can see it. See, that's 100 pounds. And this tells you how much soil compaction you've got. Anything under 150, 200, this is right here is 200. Anything under 200 is considered pretty spectacular. So here we go. Okay, we're going down. As you can see, we're going down. We're going down, and there's not much there. Okay, we're at about 50 pounds. We're at about 8 inches deep. We're at about a foot deep. Leaves keep getting in our way. We are now about 1.5 feet deep. And you can see little hit, yep, at about a little hard pan there, but boy, that's still pretty good. Look at that. And that was all the way in again. This comes from growing your cover crops as tall as you can get them and letting the cover crop root rhizosphere go to work for you. Cover crops are like deep tillage, but let's take a look here. Pretty tall beans. I mean, hey, that's about waist high. Good looking soybeans. I don't see any giant red flags out here. It just you can just see the difference. Flower here, flower here, flower here. Oops. You know, flower here, flower here, flower here. You just have less flowers per foot of growth, not necessarily less flowers. There's a flower just beginning, coming on the top, but it's very interesting just to look at the difference. If you look back at the video of the enlist bean field, just we'll see when this one gets dropped versus that one. It'll be within a few days of each other, but you can really see the difference in the enlist and the Xtend Flex bean. And there's just a lot more plant material that comes with an Xtend Flex bean, and the actual stems themselves are thicker. And here's a really good example. Flower. So I mean, you're just beginning flower. These are some pretty long season beans, but this is really what's truly remarkable. Is I mean, you're supposed to do it with both hands, and that wasn't an exactly scientific measurement, but the fact that we can push it down all the way in without it going past 100 is really quite remarkable. Now this is a variety line. Oftentimes we grow two varieties of soybeans in the same field. This is a 3.7 maturity Xtend Flex, and this is a 3.5 maturity Xtend Flex. So let's just take a look at the different variety. We were looking at the 3.7 earlier. Now let's take a look at the 3.5. And I mean, again, you can see just kind of like big, just waxy, almost looking leaves. A little bit of feeding, but no, I mean, this is pretty mild feeding. Nothing that really concerns me. I mean, I see a couple of hoppers hopping around. There's always going to be some insects, but when you've got good, healthy, regenerative soil. All right, guys. Getting a phone call, so we're going to wrap this one up, grow the farm up.